As I approach the mini roller coaster, covered in grime but still reminiscent of the caterpillar shape it depicts, I'm transported back to my childhood. I remember the thrill of feeling like the tiny, janky coaster with a drop of a whole meter or so was one of the most awesome rides ever. These days, that same theme park I frequented both as a child and later with my own children stands in ruins, dirtier than the digital ride before me now. But as I uncover the vibrant colors, each appearing in soothing stripes as I wash away the dirt, I see the button. I press it, and the roller coaster takes off around the track. The memories come flooding back, and suddenly PowerWash Simulator 2 is not only a chilled-out cleaning experience, but also an unexpected nostalgia trip.
A range of brand new toys.
In this soapy sequel to the 2022 indie hit, the locations in need of cleaning are largely new and unique, while set in the same cities. This time around, however, there are new ways to reach the dizzying heights of filthy buildings, with the addition of scissor lifts and abseiling gear. You'll also find a third type of pressure washer called the SwirlForce that is dedicated to polishing off the grimy ground. It's ultimately more of the experience you loved in the first game, but with welcome changes that elevate the experience. The new range of power washers expands your options in a way I didn't expect, as well as the lower power, wider range and higher power, narrower range options. The new floor cleaner offers a third way to tackle large flat areas. Boasting a disc-shaped cleaning head with multiple small jets, the SwirlForce moves in circles in a way that is both satisfying and slightly hypnotic.
Multi-level maps.
However, the maps to clean are the stars of the show. They're still your classic buildings and vehicles to get stuck into, while other standouts include parade floats and a solar system exhibit, with lots of little nooks to wash down. Many of these levels include moving parts, little secrets, and ways to interact with the environment to make your job both easier and more interesting. Unfortunately, the issue of some surfaces notifying you with a ding as clean when you have a visible chunk left, while others require you to find that one last bit that's apparently invisible to the naked human eye, is far less common than in the first game, but very much still a problem. New to the sequel, however, are multi-stage levels. These require you to clean one part of the job before a second part is revealed. While there are some basic ideas, such as cleaning the outside of a building followed by the inside, a few of the jobs are much quirkier, keeping the fun feel while adding a new twist that increases the satisfaction found in finishing a task. On paper, I expected that finishing a task only to have it ding into another section would be annoying. But it wasn't. Instead, the multi-stage levels make the reveal of the next part feel like a pleasant surprise, even if the progress bar being nowhere near done gives away the twist. Watching a public toilet rise out of the ground after I cleaned what turned out to be its sign was far cooler to see than I expected.
A place to call home. When a game is as simple as cleaning things, it's difficult to assess the value of its content, especially compared to a previous game that had dozens upon dozens of levels to clean. However, several notable changes help elevate PowerWash Simulator 2 above its predecessor, while a couple of others hold it back from truly taking that giant leap. The biggest addition is the home base, a large warehouse that acts as the core of your operation. This has two main functions. The first is to look cool, and the second is to provide an easier way to navigate through the story and replay completed levels in free play. A large map on the wall lets you see your next location, and a shelving unit of dioramas showcases past levels. These areas offer an interactive and intuitive way to navigate the world. Seeing the map further annotated and the tiny statues rack up on the shelves adds a new level of satisfaction to completing each level. You can then use these elements directly to revisit previously completed jobs in a few simple clicks. Downstairs, you'll purchase pieces of furniture, clean them up in your garage, and then place them freely to decorate your new place. You can also customize your power washer, van, and outfit. The customization menus aren't as simple as I'd like, however. While skins are easy enough to find and change, the option to swap out your power washer for the highest level version is hidden inside a radio menu, and mine kept swapping back to the default option when I entered new levels. The furniture placement system could also use some work. Many pieces cannot be lined up squarely with the walls and often have to be moved before they can be placed right where you want them. A frustration like this makes building your cozy home base to relax in feel neither as cozy nor as relaxing as you'd wish. However, I ended up with an excess of the points needed to purchase furniture, so this seems like a system ripe for expansion. Hopefully, future editions include an update to make the furniture placement easier and more responsive, making way for the home bases of our dreams.
No more soap buying trips. Then we have the power washing itself. As you well know, you aim the power washer, press the button, and clean the item with a satisfying pshh. However, the soap system has received a much-needed overhaul. Managing multiple bottles of cleaning liquid is no more, and now a simple soap nozzle will unleash foam onto any surface. Going back over it with water will cleanse all of that hard-to-get dirt while adding an extra level of satisfaction. It basically offers an alternative cleaning solution by allowing you to cover stubborn stains in foam and then wash it all off, rather than going over an area 2 or 3 times with water. This can save time, but mostly it's just a lot of fun. Seeing the soap slide off surfaces is not only satisfying, but a welcome visual change. Bear in mind, however, you cannot use the floor cleaner to apply it, only the 2 main power washers. The dirt highlight system is largely unchanged, but quality of life adjustments mean you can tweak it to fit your preferences. You can now change the length of time the highlight displays, as well as the highlight color. This makes it much easier to find the specks of dirt you missed on different colored surfaces. Or it's great if you're sick of being blinded by bright orange walls when you accidentally hit the button.
A clean, shiny experience. As with the first game, there's a narrative that plays out through text messages while you work. However, this time, you also have newspaper clippings on a notice board in your home base, which you can read at any time to help put pieces of the overall puzzle together as you go. The combination of fun-to-clean locations that tell a story is maintained, and the game is around the same length as the first, at 50 to 60 hours to complete the main story. Overall, PowerWash Simulator 2 proves itself a worthy successor, following a strong first game and a wide range of DLC, and offers a whole host of relaxing and enjoyable gameplay, with a few new quirks thrown in to make it more exciting, and a couple of much-needed changes. It's easy to say that, even with a couple of niggles, some of which are returning frustrations, if you loved the first one, you'll love the sequel as well.